We are now examining the chart for today. XRP is hovering around $2.82. It's been climbing quite nicely, to be honest. Now, have a look at this when we zoom out to the monthly view. In fact, we hit $2.75 on August 2nd before rising back to $2.78. Some others seem to be getting excited and declaring, that's it, we got our double bottom. Others, however, say, hold on, September is going to be brutal. You see, no one really knows where we're going next. The market will act in the way that it desires. But hey, this thing may really take off with a single unexpected bullish news or event. Understand why people are feeling so depressed at the moment. XRP is simply dancing sideways, going up and down a little, and all of us are merely sitting here, anticipating that moment of breakthrough. Here's the problem though. Everyone will be saying, I knew it, when it eventually occurs. We had been expecting for precisely this. To be honest, none of us can make a 100% accurate prediction about this volatile market. Take a peek at Bitcoin. Last week, it surged up beyond 109K, and everyone was panicking, thinking, oh, here we go, tumbling back under 100K again. We all know that alt season is just around the corner, so I'm really hoping to see Bitcoin make that last push upward. To be honest though, I continue to be quite optimistic about our future, particularly with regard to XRP. The number of catalysts in line is simply enormous. It's like a series of fascinating developments. When all of these factors come together, the price of this cryptocurrency might soar to some truly incredible heights. I promise that in 5 years, people will be regretting not loading up on XRP sooner. In fact, we won't even require 5 years. People will be asking, why didn't I buy that dip after 2 or 3 months? What will they say? Do you know? Why didn't I take advantage of that dip sooner? That's just the crypto world though, isn't it? When everything is red in the face, some folks simply become motionless. No, I'm not touching this, they say. I'll simply keep quiet about this one. However, those same individuals will sincerely regret never investing in XRP at all, guy. In other words, it will hurt later if you truly get what XRP is meant to do, but still choose not to invest. Simply by purchasing XRP, you've essentially put yourself on the fast route to financial independence. If US banks begin to use XRP for domestic payments, it may reach $35. We already know that domestic settlements are using XRP. In other words, why would Ripple go to the lengths to obtain money transmitter licenses in almost every state? To be honest though, it will be much more than domestic matters. We're talking about bank-to-bank transfers and nations using XRP to send digital dollars and have them appear as any money they require on the other side. Every kind of value you can think of will be moved by this thing. That's what makes XRP so great. It is actually capable of moving anything valuable. Additionally, as I indicated, it extends beyond domestic payments and bank transfers. We are also examining micropayments. In fact, allow me to offer David Schwartz's thoughts on this. ILP is no different, both below and above it. We can innovate. Well, the primary point I wish to emphasize, however, is that ILP is a micropayment technology. In 2018, there were more than 1 billion ILP payments. And there's a significant reason. With a micropayment, you can accomplish anything. Micropayments resemble packets in certain ways. If you consider how the internet operates, it makes every attempt to deliver a packet to its destination. The same is true of ILP. The final points are where the intelligence lies. The same may be said for ILP. I can therefore start streaming money at someone if I want to send them $100, and I can quit when it reaches $100. And there are several reasons why that is preferable. You should obtain a quote if you want to pay all at once. However, do you pay for the quote or do you receive a free one? Considering that you have a free option, the quote you receive will be awful. How many quotes do you pay for if you're going to pay for the quote? Do you simply purchase one and then accept it? Do you only accept one of the 5 quotes you paid for? You can use the best route when you stream micropayments and make payments using micropayments. You can stream the money through many forwarders, and those individual forwarders can stream the payment through multiple forwarders. Additionally, you can stream money more quickly if the path is excellent. Additionally, you can stream money more slowly if the path is extremely poor. As a result, you can handle a payment as a sequence of smaller installments. And I realize that sounds a little odd to you guys now, but if we were living in the days of telecom packet switching and circuit switches, making a phone call via packet switching would sound as crazy and inventive. We can put all of the world's payments on a contemporary payment platform that works with both blockchain and non-blockchain value in a ledger payments plus digital assets, which could be that internet of value that allows value to be moved globally. If we can create micropayments that are as inexpensive as a DNS request, this is the reason why the Interledger protocol is so amazing. In 2019, David was already throwing these bombshells of information, and now, in 2025, we are witnessing it all. Listen, people in our society grow frustrated while they wait for their coffee to brew. Everybody wants what was yesterday. Real-time payments will be the key to widespread adoption because of this. But with micropayments, this is where things go crazy. Imagine having to pay for things dollar by dollar, grain by grain, or having your paycheck flow into your account via micropayments every hour, minute, and literally every heartbeat. I'm telling you, this revolution in micropayments might completely overtake cross-border and domestic payments. And you know what? From day one, Ripple was already working on this micropayment magic. Now take a look at this intriguing headline I came across on XRP's ability to soar if the escrow tokens are set on fire. Hold on, they're speculating that if Ripple went all out on that escrow, it would be between $6 and $9. Ripple is never going to do that. Do you recall Stellar's brief XLM experiment from earlier? After setting their tokens on fire and watching the price rise by roughly 20%, they watched it plummet back to the starting point. If XRP had the chance, they would ride the same roller coaster. Some residents of La La Land are wondering if Ripple will suddenly cruise to $100 and scaper XRP as a reality check if that's what happened. People, that isn't how this cryptocurrency game operates. This, however, has a marginally higher chance of really occurring. While the White House is reportedly developing plans to increase government ownership of private enterprises, these analysts are pointing to XRP and Ripple's escrow. In essence, they're implying that Uncle Sam might intervene and seize Ripple's escrow funds. That's still a bit unrealistic, don't get me wrong, but it has a better chance than the whole burning fantasy. Consider it. With that escrow, Ripple is playing chess rather than checkers. They are continually adding fuel to XRP's utility engine, making purchases and wheeling and dealing. But here's my crazy theory. I'm willing to wager that a portion of the escrow will wind up dispersed like breadcrumbs for shifting ALA USD or whatever digital dollar flavor they come up with next. Some people are landing in Washington's lap. They will seek a piece from the IMF. Central banks throughout the world will line up with their hands out in anticipation of the ECB's grab. Imagine this final scenario. When it comes to central banks, Ripple becomes the ultimate puppet master. As every bank in the world dances through the XRP ledger, they will be sitting pretty with the liquidity treasure chests. It makes logic when you consider it. To be honest, Ripple is getting more and more bankish every day as they pursue that banking license. Complete one-stop shop for finances. But imagine this scenario that would completely transform the game. With Ripple's escrow serving as the ultimate liquidity jackpot that all banks use for their transactions, the XRP ledger is running smoothly. This is where the beauty lies. It's not even necessary for the institutions to stockpile XRP in their vaults. For an indeterminate amount of time, all the XRP simply gets locked up tight and plucked out of the trading circus. We might actually see it, which is a crazy prospect, but then I see this buzzkill headline. Analysts caution that the days of huge cryptocurrency gains might be coming to an end, since this cycle is now looking more like a dull 2